Yo, what's going on, man? Today is May the 3rd, 2024. And it's your boy Chris, and this is the ChrisBeCappinn NBA Show, live on Twitter, also live on YouTube as well. Do me a favor, hit the like button for me if you can as you join the show, and we're going to jump right into it. We have two game number sixes on the board for today. Hopefully we can keep it moving in the right way, man. Real quick recap, and I'm going to talk about the winner of yesterday's merch giveaway, and then we'll start it all over for today, man. So we had the Pacers team total over 111.5. It was pretty easy. Some people don't believe in the season, the season long trends, but the Pacers at home in the closeout game, not wanting to go back to Milwaukee, was absolutely a thing yesterday. When I saw Dame get ruled in, I liked it even more because the defense for the Pacers, defense for the Bucks drops a ton when Dame's on the floor throughout the playoffs. So 1-0 day yesterday, slowly but surely starting to get the units back. We've hit 3 in a row, I think it was, and maybe 4 of our last 5 or something like that. But starting to at least trend in the right direction. So let's build off this and keep it going into today. I got one play that I made already, and then kind of wanted to talk out the other game. I feel like I want to do a little bit more deep diving on the other game as well. But real quick, contest winner was Jose Perez. Jose got he was one of only 3 people who actually picked the Knicks. A lot of people was on Philly yesterday in general. So he got the Knicks right, and he had the highest score. It wasn't really close. I don't think anybody thought the game was going to be that high scoring, but Jose Perez won the Knicks in the 76ers game. And then for the Bucks and the Pacers game, Jose Perez won that as well. He had the highest score in that game as well. He picked Indiana 120-115, and that was definitely the highest score. I mean, it wasn't a 5-point game, but it was the highest score out of anybody who projected the actual game total. All right, so let's see. Real quick, hold on. Let me double check something real quick. So they scored, what is that? 218 points. Jose Perez picked 235. Yeah, that's the closest. It was almost. I'm just double checking myself now. 5 and 3. I'm looking at it. Let me just make sure. You know what? I can't give Jose Perez the Pacers and the Bucks. It might have been Joe the Gambler. Joe the Gambler had Pacers 115-96. I don't even think I saw that entry. 118-106 is on here as well. It was a lot of people that was closer on this Bucks and Pacers game. I think it may be Joe the Gambler. I'm sorry, Jose Perez. I just said you were a winner twice. I think it might have been Joe the Gambler. So what is that? I don't want to do it on the screen. It's 206, 211. Yeah, I think it was Joe the Gambler. Jose, you did win the Knicks and the 76ers. Joe the Gambler, you won. I'm sorry about that. You won the Indiana Pacers and the Milwaukee Bucks game. So let's jump into the show for today. You guys DM me. Shoot me a DM on Twitter. Let me know what your information is. I need your name and your address you want your t-shirt sent to, and what size. So and then start it all over today, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think for projections for today's game. We got 2 games on the board for today. We got the Dallas Mavericks and the Clippers. So I mean, it's members only, but send me the team that you think is going to win with the final score prediction for the Clippers and the Mavs, and also send it to me for the Orlando Magic and the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight as well. And let's jump into it for today, man. So first game up, I sent this out yesterday. We have the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Orlando Magic. Line is now at 4, and the total is 199. You see the total come down just a tad bit. I'm not sure really what to do with the totals in this series anymore. Well, this is what I'll say about the total real quick. I'll say that you got to know the status of Jared Allen. He is listed as questionable in this game. He missed game 5 at home and did not practice yesterday either when they got to Orlando. So without Jared Allen, I think it's a little bit more of an over type game. With Jared Allen, I feel like it's more of an under type game. The Cavs want to run like a one big man and a whole bunch of guards just out there shooting a ton of threes. So, this game is going to be predicated on if they can knock down those jump shots, in my opinion, especially if Jared Allen's not going to give it a go. If he doesn't play, I like the over a little bit more. If he does play, I think this game could be an under type game. So let's jump into it, man. This is a game that I actually like, and I played Orlando. I played a -3.5. This line quickly started moving to 4. It's still some 3.5s out there available. Not a lot of juice, like -1, -3, -115. But it started to move yesterday to 4 when Jared Allen got ruled out. When Jared Allen when the news came out that he didn't practice, but he's not ruled out. I want to make sure I mention that. So I think it's pretty telling that the line opened to 3-point favorites in Game 6 versus in Game 3 and Game 4 they were laying 2, and they won both of those games. Of course, Cleveland. I looked into it, and this isn't to say that he, has been ruled out already, but Cleveland is a -3 in this series so far, -3 in point differential without Jared Allen on the floor. With him off the floor, they are -17.4. So getting outscored by 14 more points per 100 possessions without Jared Allen on the floor. The defense is allowing 110.4 points per 100 possessions without him on the floor. And we know the Orlando Magic was struggling to score the basketball throughout the entirety of this. Well, at the beginning of this series, remember, they were going, it was rock fights in Game 1 and Game 2. They didn't reach 90 points in those games. And then in Game 5, you see Orlando actually outshoot Cleveland. They outshot them 46% to 43%. And a lot of that, I think, that had to do with Jared Allen not being available. Paolo Banchero, of course, had his best playoff game of his young career. And I think that game was lost at the free throw line. Cleveland actually missed 4 free throws of their 19, but Orlando missed 7 of their 29 free throws to shoot 76%. They only lost the game by 1. So you make a couple more free throws and you put yourself in a better position. I was extremely impressed with Orlando, and I think that with their Game 5 effort, and I do think that they can replicate that, expecting Orlando to rebound to win the rebounding battle again. They actually won the rebounding battle in Game 5, 43-39, and they limited their turnovers. They only had 14, and we know that they've been turning the ball over left and right. I think that should propel Orlando to a win here, and send the series back to Cleveland tied 3-3. This seems like the perfect zigzag series that's going to get us to Game 7. Cleveland outshot Orlando 33. They outshot Orlando. They shot 13 for 33 from the 3-point line. Orlando only shot 9 for 31 from the 3-point line. And that's 35% for Cleveland, 29% for the Orlando Magic. And they still only lost the game by 1 point. Like I said, Banchero had 39 points in 38 minutes on a very efficient 14 for 24 shooting. And I don't expect that to happen again, but I do expect some of their role players to play a little bit better at home. Gary Harris went 0 for 3, finished with 0 points. Jalen Suggs, who had a decent night, he shot just 5 for 14 on the offensive side of the ball, though, and went 0 for 5 from the 3-point line. So, I like Orlando here. I think, one of the reasons why I really liked them a lot the other day in game number 4 was, just what you guys see right here. This is what I pulled up here is just Orlando at the crib when they're a favorite. You guys can see it, and it was something that I referenced in the last game. 23-4 straight up are the Orlando Magic as a home favorite. They've been the most profitable team in the league this season as a home favorite. 21-6 against the spread. That's 77.8%. And you can see the wins in a row and the covers in a row as well. The last time they didn't cover was against the Trailblazers, and they were laying 17 points. So, I mean, you can, do what you want to with that game. But I'm just really not impressed with the Cleveland Cavaliers on the road. They've went just 8-15 straight up as road dogs. They've lost 7 in a row as a road dog now, and 8 of their last 9 games as a road dog. They've actually been held under their team total. And they still, showed me nothing to make me feel like I want to believe in them being able to go on the road and win a game, especially in this series with Orlando having it back to the wall. So, excuse me. Yeah, it's Orlando spot for me, man. I know it seems super square, but yeah, I'm on the Magic today. Like the Magic a lot. Let's go through the comments real quick, see what you guys have, and then we'll get on to the next game. I'm gonna try to make the show a little bit shorter today. Let's see. Jamie says, Good morning, Chris. Another great read on Indiana team total. Appreciate that. What up, Tasha? RH says that Indy team total at 116.5 plus 185. Cash it. Like button hit. Got to bounce to work. Peace, bro. Appreciate you, RH, and glad you got some plus 185 cash because I knew the Bucks were gonna run fast. I knew the Bucks were gonna play fast, and we were able to get over the total there. Skrilla, good morning to you. What up, Justin? Appreciate you for tapping in as always. Skrilla reminded people to hit the like button. He says, please. And Tasha says, damn, Philadelphia. What up, BK Syndicate? He says, good morning. How's the health doing, sir? My Knicks get them boys out of there last night. I thought it could be a Knicks spot, man. I kind of just felt like you should take the points no matter what team the dog was in every game throughout the series, and you probably would have won, probably would have been up. I stayed off the game, though. But the health is good, man. I'm feeling a little bit better every day. Slowly but surely getting back to 100% for sure. What else y'all saying? What up, Chris? Frankie in here as well. Jay Click says 15 at halftime, 15 and a half, 17 at the end of the game, highly officially on the ban list. He just couldn't get a shot to fall last night, man. Shout out to TJ McConnell. TJ McConnell was the guy last night. Tasha likes the Magic team total over. What up, Nando? BK Syndicate says this is going 7 for sure. Magic got things together right now, and I kind of agree with that, man. Nando says with or without Allen, Magic winning, and I kind of agree. I know Nando's an Orlando fan, but I kind of agree, man. The 2 wins that they had, if you guys look over here at the bottom here, the 2 wins down here at the bottom were the 2 playoff games against the Cleveland Cavaliers, and both of those had Jared Allen in. So that doesn't really scare me off if he does play either. I'm glad you mentioned that, Nando, because I wanted to make sure I mentioned that point. What else? Ray says I played the whole game over. I believe that Trent backed it. Yeah, it did. Remember, I talked about what was it? Pacers as a home favorite, 6-0 to the over in their last 6. Milwaukee 4-1 to the over in their last 5 as road dogs. The Bucks defense doesn't travel as well, and we know the Pacers want to play with pace. So I like the full game over too. Just didn't play it. Patrick says Orlando team total over 100 is a confident wager for himself. And Justin said he's parlayed the Knicks money line yesterday and the Magic money line today at plus 289. Ooh, I like that, Justin. Okay. What else? SK says Mitchell got to put them on his back on the road. Surely do. 50% shooting, greater than 50% shooting. Jalen Suggs is a really good defender, SK. I get what you're saying, and superstars step up in moments like this, so it wouldn't surprise me. But I don't think Darius Garland is going to have the type of game that he had. He's been in the no-show in both of the games in Orlando so far. So we'll see how that goes. BK says Magic should have confidence. Cavs will go up in the first half and blow it in the second half and blow it by half of the third quarter, which is what they did in game number 4. What up, Dexter? He says, Chris, like button smash. What up, Eric? Chill says WNBA tonight. Let's go. I did see that the preseason starts tonight, man. I'm super excited for the WNBA. If anybody who's interested, I will be capping it. For the members, I will be sending out all kind of different graphics. I got some systems that I'm going to be running, some charts that I'm going to have for you guys. It's going to make the handicapping process easier. So, definitely let's lock in for the WNBA. I will be locked in for the WNBA. Shai says, I like Suggs in this spot at home, should be productive, and I would agree. He's had really good home games. Definitely one of the role players to step up a lot, take the pressure off Paulo Banchero and Franz Wagner. Tariq, what's going on, my brother? He says, I made some money with them totals and the team total overs. I'm glad you cashed them. Nando likes Franz Wagner specifically over his points in this game. So, first game, Magic for me, man. Let's keep it pushing. Next game up, we got the Clippers and the Dallas Mavericks. Dallas Mavericks have a 3-2 lead in this series now after smoking the Clippers. What was it? Matter of fact, I got it up right here. It was 123-93, I think it was. And you can see it at the bottom down there, 123-93 in game 5 on Wednesday. So 2 graphics I have up here. So first one is over here to the left is game 5 stats. So if you, depending on the size of the screen that you're looking at, you always try to look for, the outlier performances. And then at the bottom, we got a series recap. So this is every single game, looking at the team, what the line was, I feel like these graphics have been helpful for people, and I wanted to kind of keep them going here. So let's start over here on the left. Game 5 stats. The Clippers were coming off a win. The Mavs had actually come off a home loss in game number 4. Remember, the Clippers got out to a very, very fast start in game 4. Paul George had all those points in the first quarter. I think they scored like 39. And the Clippers, the Dallas Mavericks were fighting from behind. It was an uphill battle after going down, I think, by 25, almost 30 points, maybe even 30 points. I can't remember exactly what it was in game number 4. So you see the Dallas Mavericks bounce back and respond. We took them first quarter, minus the half a point. They won 23-22. And then we took them full game on the money line. And, of course, they end up winning the game by 30. So I think I'm going to stay off of this one. But I kind of wanted to get there and take the points with the Clippers. And it's for, somewhat outside of, just this being a zigzag type series. Also, you got the health of Luka Doncic, man. I don't know if you guys saw it, but not only is he dealing with that right knee, he's also, I think it's right knee, he's also dealing with an illness, blowing his nose during timeouts. And, it's just a lot going on, man. I think that they really wanted to bounce back, and they did in that game. You guys can see the numbers over here on the left. They held the Clippers to 37.9% shooting. I know James Harden hit only one of his 7 threes and finished the game in single digits. And they're going to need him to step up and play a lot better. Same thing for Paul George. Both of those guys had big game 4s. Both of them were complete no-shows in game 5. And the Dallas Mavericks go in there and just, mollywop the Clippers in their hometown as well. And it may have been, if the Clippers don't win this game, that'll be the last game that the Clippers have played at crypto.com, because they'll move to Inglewood. Steve Ballmer, and that new arena will be open to start the 2025 season. So you guys can see the numbers here. Dallas clearly outshot them 54-37. The 3-point line was big as well. They were a plus 15. 14 for 39 were the Clippers from the 3-point line, shot 36%, but really pressured the Clippers and forced them not only off the 3-point line, but put a lot of pressure on them for the 3 points that they shot ended up being highly contested. And this was their home gym. They shot just 9 for 37, 9 for 35, only 25% from the 3-point line. The rebounds were about the same. Even though the Clippers actually won the offensive rebound and they were plus 5 and still got smoked in the game. And you see the assist numbers as well. Kyrie, Luka really, dishing the ball, putting it on a string, 27-18 specifically in the assist category. So it's difficult for me to, want to back it's difficult for me to want to back the Dallas Mavericks, because if you look down here at the bottom, so as we transition away from here and we start to look here, if we look at Dallas after their wins, right? So Dallas, of course, ended up losing game 1. No Kawhi, they come out, get smoked. It was Clippers early in that game and often, and Dallas ended up making it, a little bit of a contest towards the second half. Excuse me. They come back, they beat the Clippers by 3 points in game number 2. Then they go home. They do get a convincing win. That was the game that the Clippers turned the ball over a lot. And after that game, then you see the Clippers blitz them again in the first quarter. So what I'm saying is it's really, really difficult, because if the Dallas Mavericks are not playing their best brand of basketball, they can be the worst version of themselves as well, where they're not defending the 3-point line well, where, Luka is, the ball is sticking because Luka has it in his hands too much and he's not really sharing it. And that kind of concerns me, man. I don't really want to lay 7.5 points, 8 points. I know that they're at home. I know that the Mavs should roll and get this series out the way, but I couldn't pull the trigger on that, man. I think the Clippers can fight hard and keep this one close. I looked at this game from a team total perspective. I kind of wanted to get there with Dallas. Team total, I think, is over 106.5. The only reason I didn't take that is because I think Dallas could have another really great defensive performance and hold the Clippers, under 100 points, as they've done 3 times throughout this series, and not need to score 107 points. So that's why I couldn't pull the trigger there. So that's why I couldn't pull a trigger there. So yeah, I just kind of stayed off of this one. Like I said, I'm gonna take a deep dive into it a little bit more. But all of the preliminary stuff told me, Chris, just stay away from this one. It seems like a really, really difficult game for me to bet specifically. I can see a way that Dallas, wins, and the Clippers, do they give up? Do they have fight? I think so. But I do think that they'll fight hard. I don't like betting on James Harden, specifically in the playoffs. And he had a bad game. Does he bounce back? I think a lot of it rides on that, on the coattail of James Harden in this game, because you do kind of expect him and P to be a little bit better after playing so poor in the last game. And that's what I got for you guys, specifically on this game. Tariq says, it seems like Cavs don't do well outside of Cleveland. I'm looking at Orlando. I played them already, Tariq. Best of luck. Snag says the Mavs roll here. Tariq says, I can only go Clippers +8 as much as it's frustrating. And I kind of agree. Tariq. I agree there. Jose likes the Magic tonight. Steve says Mavs Clips first quarter over. You can see that the Clippers have started off much better than the Dallas Mavericks. If you look over here, right, and this is first quarter stats, you can see right here, 27.8 to 20.8. The Clippers have been ready to play. Remember game number one, they blitzed the Mavs. It was a lack of aggression from Luka, and they got, they ended up smoking the Mavs in the first quarter. And that's the same thing that happened in game number 4 as well. In game number 4, it was a big, first quarter. So if you like the Clippers, I do think it's probably best to, think that they're gonna shoot well early and then kind of, regress as the game goes on. And that would lead probably to a Clippers cover for the full game, but they could probably cover early. I can see Dallas winning the game, Clippers covering the game, and Clippers starting the game off hot, especially with how lackluster they were in their last home game. So I agree with this comment here. Well, I don't know if I agree with the over, but I can see a path where the Clippers cover early and potentially cover late, but Dallas Mavericks win the game. Steve says Mavs crowd will be lit, shots will fall. I don't know if there's always a correlation there, but I can see what you're saying. BK said the Clippers are going to clip tonight. James Harden, not it. Way off. He says way off P, not it. He means playoff P, not it. He said it's a snack wrap. He thinks the series is over. Patrick likes the Clippers team total over 101. He says that's the move. LF3 says, Chris, my bro, Clippers are about to start a new season in the new arena. This is a Mavs spot. Okay. Snag thinks the Clip team is overhyped. We count money over here. Says Dallas minus the 8. Stick the fork in them. They done tonight. And BK says too much pressure on Harden. Going to choke. We'll see how it goes. SK likes Harden over his 28.5 points and assists. Think the Mavs win, but he covers this. Okay. And SK also says Dallas won all 4 quarters last game. They were just a better team. Yeah, you can't always. I mean, a lot of zigging and zagging happens in the playoffs, so you can't just take what happened in the last game, unless you think that it's going to repeat itself, of course. And a lot of people do feel like that. What's up, Lightbearer? Appreciate you for tapping in. Jamie says thoughts on the Mavs first quarter, first half lay, money line lay at minus 120. I'm not sure about that. I mean, if I had a strong opinion, I would give it to you, but I don't have a strong opinion on that one. No strong opinion. And Steven says he does trust Paul George to bounce back. And I don't know how I feel about Paul George in the playoffs. So Big Marv Vlog says I need 25 from Kyrie tonight. Luka did do the heavy lifting in game number 5. So I could see a path to Kyrie, in the closeout game, coming in here really doing his thing. Kyrie was held to 1 for 7 from the 3-point line. He shot 6 for 14 for the full game, which isn't too bad. But he was limited to just 14 points and 6 assists. And a lot of that was, the role players really coming in and playing really hard. Like even before it got out of hand, Derek Lively had 12 points and 7 rebounds. Maxi Kleber hit 5 threes off the bench, had 15 points. And, Gafford had 8. Derek Jones Jr. had 12 off the bench, which has been super inconsistent. And PJ Washington hasn't had a good series at all. He's been playing really big minutes, but he shot just 1 for 7, 0 for 4 from the 3-point line, and only had 2 points. So I can see a big Kyrie game to close them out, especially with Luka, doing all the heavy lifting. Like I said, Luka had 35 points, 10 assists, and 7 rebounds on a bad knee and with, some illness going on. So it would make sense, I think, in my opinion, for Kyrie to have a big game here. I couldn't talk you off at all this one, Blog. And DJ Prop says, I expect the Clippers to control the game with the pick and roll, taking Zubac double and James Harden double. Not too sure on the side. And I could definitely see Ty Lue trying to get back to this, especially because it worked so well in game number 1. It also worked at the start of game number 4 as well. What up, Frank? Appreciate you for tapping in. And Snag throwing some shots at Paul George. He says PG stands for particularly garbage. That's funny, man. All right, let me get up out of here. Like I said, no play for me on this game. Like I said, I'll dive a little bit deeper, maybe try to find some trends and some queries that'll support, one way or the other, but I don't feel strongly on the game. I'm not going to force a play. What I did play, however, was Orlando. Like I said, excuse me. Like I said, this team has been absolutely, they've been rolling at the crib, man. I don't think it's time to jump off of them yet. 2 dominating wins in this series so far. They've won, I think, 8 games in a row as a home favorite. I think they bring it today, especially after, choking away game number 5 on the road. They definitely had a chance to win that game. So I like Orlando here, whether Jared Allen plays or he doesn't. If Jared Allen is ruled in, he's listed as questionable right now. If Jared Allen is ruled in, this line probably is going to trickle back down to 3, maybe even, 3.5, because it is up to 4 in most books, maybe even 3. Because he does mean, I think he moves the spread at least a point in my opinion. We saw that the Cleveland Cavaliers didn't cover as 5.5 point favorites in game number 5. And I think a large part of that was give credit to Orlando, but I think Jared Allen definitely, affected that as well. So no play on the total because, like I said, I want to see if he plays. And I also forgot to mention Terrence Mann is also listed as questionable in the Dallas game as well. And I think his defense will be needed. Him and Amir Coffey have been doing a really good job on Luka. And without him out there, boy, I'm probably looking towards Dallas team total to go over. So that's the show for today, man. I hope you guys found it helpful. If you did, do me a favor, hit the like button for me. Subscribe to the show if you can, if you haven't already. And also, y'all let me know what y'all think. I need game scores and I need who's going to win. Remember, the rules are still the same. You get 1 entry per game. So only your first bet, only your first prediction counts, right? So pick the winner to tonight's game and pick the score to tonight's game. The person that's the closest, I will send ChrisBeCappinn t-shirts to. 1 ChrisBeCappinn t-shirt to the winner of both games. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. And you got to submit it before the game tips off. Even if you're watching on a playback, you can still submit. So Jose Perez won the Knicks game. Jose, when you're watching this, shoot me a DM on Twitter. I need your name. Well, I don't need your name. I need your, your contact information, where you want your shirt shipped to, and what size you want and what color. And then Joe the Gambler, you won the Bucks and the Pacers game, 115-96, pretty close there. So let me know what size shirt you need and what color you want, and shoot me a DM on Twitter as well. Best of luck to everybody today, man. These are the resources. Always got to shout out OzJam for all the work that they do, and the software that they have for us sports bettors. Like and share, like I said, man. Appreciate you guys for tapping in as always, and appreciate this $9.99 dono as well. Jay Click definitely says showing support. I definitely appreciate that, my brother. And y'all have a great day, man. I'll catch you guys in the next one. If I do make a play in the Dallas Mavericks game, in the Clippers game, I will send it out to the members. But as of now, I don't have anything in that game, man. I hope you guys cash whatever it is that you play. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out.